evening or morning or afternoon or whatever it is where you are. This is Luckless Lovelocks with some more of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Right, so lots of missing people. We're trying to find Ciri. He's missing. Trying to find Dandelion, who's going to help us find Ciri. He's missing. But we think we've got a lead. Oops. On Dandelion. We just need to consult with Zoltan, who's another one of our old friends from the original Witcher and Witcher 2. Oh shit, I gotta change my... Gotta change my stream title. Production value. And I need like a production assistant or something. If I was making money, it's the first thing I'd do is hire a freaking production assistant. Making enough money, that is. So we found a journal. We found Dandelion's journal in his tavern, and it basically sent us on a whirlwind adventure through Dandelion's female acquaintances over the last little bit. And one of them was this sword-wielding maiden, who's the daughter of a noble here in Novigrad, Rosa var Atre, and her sister Edna var Atre. So Rosa wants some sword lessons with us tomorrow, which we are going to oblige her with, I think, because she's a little cutie. She's a little cutie. But in the meantime, we're gonna go talk with Zoltan. See if we can find Dandelion. Still having issues with launching The Witcher from Steam. I have a GOG or GOG or however you say it version of the game, but I still launch it through Steam because I like to be able to take screenshots using the Steam system. And every time I try to launch it through Steam, it keeps crashing. Or if I alternatively, if I try to launch OBS while the game's in full screen, just launching it through the exe, the game crashes. So I have to play it in a borderless window, and I'm just using the window capture to be able to play it. So I wonder if more people are having this issue. Just me. But it's fine. At least I can stream it.
What's he doing here?
How do you go with this thing? I was faffing about minding my own business when suddenly up he pops.
What village are you from?
Willows. Sits in the area two days road from the Zima. I've arrived there just before winter. Blackberries can do no harm on it first.
My strength's gone.
How are you keeping, Bobby? Miss your
Oh, what's this?
you old bum? What's this? Haven't even drunk her water? Naughty bummed. Now repeat. Savoury crackers.
Zoltan's losing his mind. Oops. Who's this? Who's this charming fella? Ah, cool. Alright. Alright, Zoltan, what's going on, dude?
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? Sure to start talking any day now.
Poppy.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well. Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, mystery woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
Trogoritz, apparently. Named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Why wasn't she on the list?
This Priscilla wasn't like the others. I think Dandelion more than fancied her. I think it was fervour.
He lusts after every other woman he meets.
How can I explain? Who does Dandelion love most?
Himself.
Exactly. And she's his mirror image.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. The laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works with a mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must
Oh,
be
no.
always. This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Say Geralt. Say Geralt, little buddy. No. What's the level of this quest now? Still level 11. Okay. Oh, it's the other thing. We leveled up. I forgot. I always forget to level my shit up. Let's just continue. Oh. Let's continue leveling this one up. I always hit A to remove it from the slot instead of X, just to upgrade it. So the next level damages and slows all enemies within a 14-yard radius. Destroys projectiles passing through this area. Damage increased by 50%. Cool. I wonder if we can craft some more mutagens yet. No. We're pretty close though, on a couple.
The faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Letenauve,
Let's know.
the title of Master of the Seven Liberal Arts.
Fuck. Why is that there? Weird.
I've heard the old family.
Oh, fuck, come right in.
Right to dysentery.
Got to bury your loved ones at least.
Whole day wasted.
Youth these days, hair-brained, all of them. No lollygagging.
Think I pissed me trousers.
La la la. Dee.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
tender caress to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone, amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Nice, nice. That's cool. It's a nice little interlude. Beautiful game. Beautiful game.
I know him!
Uh-oh.
'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer?
Uh-oh.
There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come.
If I must.
I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Speaking of cultured. Why would she be here, though?
Permit me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you,
Also
and
lovely.
I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
Okay.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
I see. Okay.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his wine at the Passaflora once. And laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? Do you have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone. Dandelion mentioned their name?
Must have been Siri.
But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
In the dream, we did see Dandelion with the sparrow, which represented Siri, and we saw an explosion right at the end. Maybe that has something to do with the vault break-in.
Reuven. What's he like?
Why would you need to do that for Siri, though?
Dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Horson Jr.'s lair. Then Horson's men chased him all over town.
Horson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least they didn't cross the church as well.
Didn't cross the church as well?
Venerable institution into it. Would be in deep then.
I love that accent. It looks like I gotta rescue Dandelion again.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Wherever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Horson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Horson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Whoa! She just disappeared.
Well,
into thin air.
Bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Poppy to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if our warbler don't come home on his own. Take care now.
Alright. She disappeared. Okay.
Geralt!
Tell me, you and Dandelion, how'd you meet?
At a poetry tourney in Ellender. Naturally, I'd already heard much about Master Dandelion. And it proved true. At first, I thought him a bloated, narcissistic buffoon.
Just at first.
Well, only cows don't change their minds. I changed mine when he came to congratulate me. Never expected he could lose so graciously. Dandelion can be irritating, I shan't deny it. Yet, I also know he can be fair and noble at times. Well, I very much doubt I could bear to have him around were it not so.
I see. I get it.
See ya.
Take care now.
Right. Sorry, just looking up something there. I'm gonna sneeze. Use a bath. Maybe not. Go to the bathhouse and talk to Siki Ruben. I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna run into some trouble when we leave here. We did kill some people in White Orchard, but it was self-defense.
You should not have come to the city. You'd be better off staying in the trees.
All right and randy dandy. The ladies find me handy.
They're all staring at me.
What do you want?
Okay. See if this fellow has any Gwent cards for me.
Kingfisher. Where do you get the name?
Master Dandelion's poetry. The kingfisher preened, then fell in the latrine. Know it?
Yeah. Also know the one about Princess Annie, who drowned in the River Fanny.
It's clever.
Yes. At any rate, the kingfisher welcomed poetry lovers with open arms. Some of the brightest stars in the literary firmament perform here.
What are you serving today?
Excellent. Gwent cards. Scotiel. 5 close combat. Medic. No heroes or special cards. Cool.
See you later.
Might have to take a shot at some more Gwent later. I got some decent cards. Next feller I run into that plays Gwent, I'm gonna give him a shot. Next feller. Crikey. We went up a level on these quests. That's fine. Thanks to lovely Priscilla, Geralt now knew Ciri and I had struck a deal with Horson Jr. Oh, okay. Sometimes I forget that this is all from Dandelion's perspective. One of the big 4 bosses of the Novigrad underworld. It seemed a simple matter of finding Horson, having a chat, and getting out of him where to look for me. But in the Novigrad of the time, nothing was simple and nothing was as it seemed. So there's also this quest, which I guess this is Dandelion's heist, was to steal from this guy. Fear gripped the Witcher's heart as he knocked on the bathhouse doors. He knew that shortly before I disappeared without a trace, I had been planning to rob Sigi Reuven, one of the most powerful and dangerous men in the north. He would have to inquire about my fate without arousing any suspicions, which was a tall order indeed, for while Geralt may be an excellent Witcher, he is one lousy actor. See, I take exception to using like Dandelion's fate as a story device here, like trying to create tension, because we know he survived. He wrote this stuff, so like where's the tension here? They should just bring the character in. Like don't use him as a device for tension. Let's read a bit about these characters. We've met some new ones. Elihal, who was... Is this the tailor we met? Geralt erroneously interpreted one of my notes to mean that Elihal and I had been a couple. Alas, while anyone would be thrilled to count this outstanding elf, wonderful conversation partner, and superb tailor among their conquests. In fact, no more than friendship and fine wine had ever passed between us. Geralt found this out when he visited Elihal's tailor shop, where he also got a first-hand glimpse at the elf's unusual hobby, adopting the dress and mannerisms of those different from himself in race, sex, and social status. We saw him dressed as a woman, of course. Haven't learned anything more about them. Esco we haven't met yet as far as I can tell. Felicia Corey. Geralt had been in a situation where he could not prevent someone's death on more than one occasion. In fact, you might say he had grown accustomed to that particular form of agony. It's another thing altogether, however, to stand powerless and watch the unjust, cruel execution of an acquaintance for whom one has developed fondness. Such was his lot as regards Felicia Corey, the young sorceress whom Geralt had met while chasing the Kingslayer, Letho. Geralt had not gotten to know her deeply. He had nonetheless taken a liking to this former pupil of Philippa Eilhart, who had seemed to him a pleasant and enterprising young woman. Yet she, as a wielder of magic, and as such met her end on a pyre. Oh, she must have been one of the women that was burnt when we first entered the city. Louisa Lavalette. Baroness Maria Louisa Lavalette was the talk of Temeria in her time. This noblewoman had been King Foltest's mistress, and even bore him 2 illegitimate children. This caused quite the scandal and prompted several notable families to take up arms in revolt, only to be bloodily crushed by the king's forces, who took Lavalette Castle during a hard-fought siege. To the Baroness's good fortune, Geralt of Rivia was with King Foltest at the time, and saved her son Aryan from the fate that otherwise would have been his for having participated in the revolt. Louisa Lavalette thus had every reason to think quite highly of the Witcher, and her esteem became quite apparent the next time they crossed paths. And so she was with Morvran Voorhees, I think, who we had like a race with when we were looking into Dandelion's love conquest. Commander of the Alba Division, an officer of the highest rank, air-blooded aristocrat, one who with pride could call himself a Nilfgaardian, a designation reserved only for native-born inhabitants of the Empire's capital and its immediate surroundings. At the time of their first meeting, Geralt had no idea what an important person had been assigned the task of asking him a few routine questions. Knowing the Witcher, however, knowledge of Morvran's rank and status would not have made much of a difference. The Witcher encountered Voorhees again sometime later in Novigrad. There the Nilfgaardian general was taking advantage of the city's neutral status to enjoy the company of Baroness Louisa Lavalette. There we go, yeah. Priscilla, who we just met, was a poet and a romantic. I have immortalized in flowery verse the charms both corporeal and spiritual of many women. Yet when I open my mouth to sing the praises of Priscilla, I find, hard as this might be to conceive, that my throat constricts, words turn to meal in my mouth, and all elaborate turns to speech. And all elaborate turns of speech seem artificial and empty when compared to the natural beauty, talent, sensitivity, and intellect nature has bestowed her. Wow, I can't read. Priscilla, or Calaneta, the stage name under which she gained artistic renown, was, around the time of our story's beginning, enjoying the last stop on a triumphal tour of concerts that had taken her from the sumptuous courts of Lan Exeter and Pont Vannis through Shetagor and Kaif, finally bringing her to the glorious city of Novigrad. Wow. I have no idea where these places are. So much to know about this world. I'm curious about this mysterious elf. This is someone we met a while ago. I have no idea who it is yet. Fimi Vivaldi. This is one of the bankers. The doors I'm not going to read about him. Sarid. Orson Jr., so this is someone that we're after now. Cyprian Wiley the Younger was one of Novigrad's most dangerous criminals. He had inherited his father's casinos, fighting ring and brothels, as well as the old man's sadistic tendencies, ruthlessness, and lack of scruples. These traits had made the moniker Horson something of a family heirloom for his powerful criminal clan. And so Zoltan, who's helping us find Dandelion, and who's been in all three of the games so far, a dwarf, a soldier of fortune, a veteran of the Battle of Brenna, an unassailable optimist, a committed altruist, a lover of rough drinks and rougher songs, a Master Gwent player, and above all, a dear and loyal friend to me and Geralt. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present Zoltan Shivai. We first became fast friends years ago when Geralt and I ran into Zoltan and the band he was leading at the time across war-stricken Riverdale. It proved our fate to cross paths many times after, and we eventually became inseparable companions, sticking together through good and ill. At our tale's beginning, Zoltan and I had gone into business together, running a Novigrad tavern called the Rosemary and Thyme. Alright, back to the story. Thanks for bearing with me through the character interlude. I'm really trying to absorb the story. I didn't play the first and second Witcher games, so it's important that I read those things to get an idea of who these characters are, because there's a lot in there that I would have missed out on. And the story is the thing in this game. It's the thing I'm enjoying the most so far. Aside from the dialogue, the voice acting, and just the environments, man. Like, look at this weather. It's really cool. Really intense.
A storm, damn it.
Go to the bathhouse and talk to Sigurd. Okay, let's continue on.
Anybody there? Open up.
What's the fuss? The bathhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
Busy? With what?
Entertaining important guests.
In that case, tell him there's another one at the door. Geralt of Rivia. And I'm not leaving till I see him.
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
This plump fellow
cordially invites you to join him. I'm Happen.
Happen? That's a cool name. Happy happenstance.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
Some naked Geralt action.
Here. Your equipment will be safe. Splendid. Siggy Reuven awaits in the next room.
God, look at those scars. That's not intimidating. I don't know what is. The guy looks like Freddy Krueger.
Hey, Whitehair. Nice fun you have. You were right. He doesn't blush.
Hello?
I need a rest.
I bet you do. Cover your eyes, kids.
Greetings, handsome. Think you're funny?
Junior cut off his hand, then ordered him to shove it up the corpse's arse. And
Quite
then
the,
body back with
sorry.
a hand extended in peace.
Quite the feast of flesh here.
talked enough. It's a simple matter. Poor son got an invite.
Oh yes, please do take that off.
I'll show you what he thinks of us.
No?
Yes?
Oh, he's a eunuch. So eunuch is someone that's been castrated. For those of you that don't watch Game of Thrones. How do I get in here? Fuck.
Lovely.
Ladies.
Lovely.
Ladies.
Think you're funny?
Jackass?
Yes?
What?
Won't find any better. From the Eureka to the Dragon.
Gudrun calls it Herberos.
Why can I not
Does it
go in
loop
there?
back on itself?
Um.
Did she?
Oh fuck. Able Gamer. Yeah. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining me.
A dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a note.
Beautiful bus.
You don't have a
scene.
scribe. And we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye.
Are you doing some streaming tonight?
Reuven, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here?
Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out of the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
None of your business.
Your
League,
friend got a
cool.
death wish.
League and then The Witcher hour.
Just short on manners.
Nice, nice.
Witches aren't exactly the sophisticated urban types.
I was playing some Heroes of the Storm
intruders.
earlier.
Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Ploughing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no!
Ooh.
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
Just a couple. It's good. I've played a lot of Dota 2 as well, and it's a bit refreshing to have shorter games to play.
First ever Barney with my prick hanging out.
Bit easier to pick up, but it's still got some depth to it for sure.
Old son Junior sends his regards.
Got it?
Oops, I didn't mean to use that sign. Yeah, I'd highly recommend it, especially for people that are hesitant about getting into MOBAs. Oh god. Better be careful.
Alive.
I watched a little bit about it. They say it's front-loaded to get you hooked. Front-loaded?
Gents. Terribly sorry for that.
What do you mean front-loaded?
My security failed. I'll get to the bottom of who, why, and how.
Saying easy gold early or something like that, but I haven't tried it for myself. Yeah.
Right there. Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
You get a bunch of gold for getting for each when you get a hero to level 5, which takes 6 or so games. You get 500 gold. So yeah, you get a bunch of gold in the beginning, but as long as you spend that gold on like the heroes that you enjoy playing, then the gold comes pretty easy later on, and then you can pick up some of the other heroes as you play just normally. As long as you do your daily quests. So every day you get a new quest, and if you complete that, and it's stuff like play 3 games as an assassin hero or a tank hero or whatever, you get a bit of gold for that as well. So there's always a way to get gold. But yeah, like if you've got people that are hesitant about playing MOBAs, get them to try that out, because it's pretty easy to pick up and play. But it really, the depth is really in the team play, and knowing all the different maps and knowing when to like take objectives, map objectives, as opposed to staying in lane and getting experience and things like that. Let's give him a chance to explain.
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing happens not here. He tanned the hide on my arse for being so rude. Francis Bedlam you know, but then who's not heard of this patron of the fine arts and supporter of entrepreneurs of limited initial means?
He looks like the Beggar King, actually.
Carlo Veres, known also as Cleaver. Carlo's in entertainment, mostly.
Having played a lot of Dota 2, I would not give up Dota 2 just to play heroes exclusively, but one of my friends did, and that's why I play so much heroes. But I could, like, if I had to choose between the two, I'd pick Dota 2, but I do see myself like continually going back to Heroes of the Storm, just because you can get, 3 games in the time it takes to play one Dota game. So if you've got like a bad team, or your team's just not gelling together, at least like you're not stuck in a game for like an hour like you are sometimes in Dota.
I'm looking for Horson Jr.
Interesting. What do you want with him?
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Horson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
See, Cleaver? Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A
League
chat
2.
session? Horson's
Yeah,
out to get
League
us,
games are
and
longer
he'll
too. What's like the
succeed
average length for a
eventually.
League of Legends game?
Kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Horson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out.
So we're thinking Horson is the one that sent the assassins.
Geriatric, or whatever your ploughing name is.
Geriatric.
Wanna find Horson? Find me first.
I need to find Horson. Now
Maybe
looks
40
like
minutes,
I gotta
yeah.
get to him before Cleaver does.
I think the average is like
Cleaver
40
won't
minutes for
find him
Dota.
easy. Junior's good at hiding. He's got peasant smarts.
Look at the time. Good luck in your search, Witcher.
I'll call on you tomorrow, Francis.
I think
We'll finish our chat.
Heroes of the Storm is
So how
more
about
like
we get dressed.
Sure,
League
sure.
than Dota is.
Then we'll talk. In private.
There's the you
Right
can surrender
mess
at
that
20
was.
minutes, and
Never
games
thought
don't
I'd be
usually
glad
go
to
any
see
longer
the
than
man
50 minutes, but it
responsible
does
for my
happen.
taking
Yeah,
frequent
that's true.
baths.
It's true of
If
Dota
you're
as
any
well.
cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
Tried some Dota 2 a few months
It
back.
healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
I had my reasons.
What did you think of Dota 2?
It'd be fine if you hadn't gotten in my way.
I see. Well, I promise you that if I could go back in time, I'd do things quite differently on
I did okay, I just had to slow
For
down
example,
a bit, if that makes sense.
I'd have my
Slow
man
down.
kill
Yeah,
you
it
instead
does.
of just tying you up.
Listen, Reuben. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names.
Oh, is that how you pronounce that? I thought it was Dijkstra.
I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
I'm gonna comment on what he said in a second.
Find Orson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste? Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Dijkstra sounds better. Yeah, it's actually Dijkstra is. I went to university for computer science, and he's a famous computer scientist who designed a lot of different algorithms. So that's the way that I learned to pronounce it. So yeah, Dota 2, you can't like spam your abilities like you can in Heroes of the Storm, and I imagine that's what it's like in League 2. You have like quite a bit more mana compared to how much your abilities take up. And also, heroes have more health compared to the amount of damage that the abilities do. So in Heroes of the Storm, and from what I've gathered in League of Legends, there's a lot of like poking, so you're like doing a bit of damage at a time, and there's less like bursting people down like there is in Dota 2. So that's why I'm saying that I think Heroes of the Storm is a lot more like League of Legends. You don't need to be so careful about how you use your mana. And just some other things, like there's bushes you can hide in Heroes of the Storm. There isn't in Dota. You actually have to hide behind trees and stuff like that. There's like juke paths, things like that. And just kind of the look of the game, and also the idea that you do have to get gold to buy heroes. And there's like a free hero rotation every week. Whereas in Dota 2... all the heroes are available at all times, which I like. I really wish Heroes of the Storm was like that, because it can give your team a disadvantage if someone doesn't have a hero that happens to be good, the best at that role, and someone just can't pick it because they don't own it. Depends on the champion, some poke, some burst. Yeah. And I'm just talking kind of out of my ass about League of Legends, but definitely in Heroes of the Storm, there are some heroes that burst, but the abilities do relatively less damage to a hero than in Dota, for sure. It's pretty easy to get away in Heroes of the Storm compared to Dota from like a gank. Alright, Horson, what's he own? Where is he strong? Your colleagues aware of your past.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam, and Junior. Well, I'd call them my partners if we'd built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But we just need to stay out of each other's ways, agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners.
You're up late today, dude.
You know
Steph, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. I guess it's because I haven't been streaming as late as I was before. Off to bed. Take it easy, man. Able Gamer, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Next time you're streaming, I'll try to check you out. I don't think I have the last couple times. It's mainly because I was streaming. But come check me out when I'm streaming Heroes of the Storm sometime. You can take a look, and if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer. I'm pretty good at teaching those types of games to people. But I'll see you later, man. And Steph, thanks for joining. Yeah, I kind of fixed my sleeping schedule, and now I've fucked it up again.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again.
Cool, man.
War
See ya.
doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake, someone's behind Horson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
I've had exams and
Makes
stuff,
sense to
spend
ask
most of my
around, I
time
guess. Junior might be in
revising
hiding,
for them.
but he's gotta
Haven't
be
been on
collecting
Twitch
income.
much actually.
Couldn't
Oh, okay.
afford to cut himself off.
Gambling.
Well, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came here
Junior
on your
controls
return.
the
So are you
largest
done your
casino in
exams now?
town. I'll never
Looks like
forget.
not having a good decent sleep
Hierarch
pattern. Yeah.
Hemmelfart raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bugger bet.
So this guy's telling us the
Then there's the arena in the city.
where the horse on this
Betting
crime lord
scheme
that
generates
looks
near
like
as much
he
as
sent
the
assassins
casino.
to kill us,
They're
or he's
always looking
weak.
for hired muscle there. Suppose you could always search Horson's house, though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue though.
I'm probably gonna sign off pretty soon because I am getting tired. Finding it harder to concentrate on the story, and that's kind of the reason why I'm playing this game. The story is really interesting.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Horson's got naught to do with the casino officially, so careful what you say. Try not to arouse any suspicions.
Okay.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the bits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
No, I have 4 exams. You have 4 exams today? Holy swizzle sticks. I got myself. And another 2 tomorrow, which sucks. Exams are just... I don't know what that got bleeped out. Just shit, though. That's cool, dude. I've been lurking for a while, so sleep when you need. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, lurk all you want to, man. Are you in... I can't remember, are you in university or are you in high school? Because that sounds like, I don't know, when I was in university, the exams were more spread out than that. Like, if we had 4 exams in one day, we could get, like, an exemption from one, I think.
Mentioned Horson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on finding him there. Junior's not that stupid.
See if I can
Yeah,
find
2
Horson
English,
at the
history
casino or the
exam, and
arena.
physics exam.
Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
You must be
Do
in high
what you
school.
will. Just be cautious. Horson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know
Still in
him
high
well.
school. We
Might
have an
figure
exam week,
something
so like
out.
3 or 4 days this whole week. Yeah. Actually, I did spend a year in college as opposed to university, and they did the same thing. You basically had all your exams in 1 week. But in university, or at least university here in Canada, it's more spread out. Like, it's over the course of like 3 weeks. And I very rarely had 2 exams in one day. Actually, I don't even remember having one. I don't remember having 2 in one day.
From Master Spy to Master Criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar. Both about maintaining a net of informers, being tough in negotiations, bribing officials, the occasional assassination.
Fair enough.
Same old shit.
Yeah. Except you used to do that in the name of some ideal. And now?
Excluding Friday.
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself. And thus far, it's been going rather well.
So then I guess you've got a summer break after you're done your exams, right? How long is the summer?
You
I think
in contact with Radovid?
you're from the UK, if I remember right.
See, yours
How long are the
is
summer
easier.
breaks there?
No, I'm not in
That's so
contact with
lucky.
him. I
This
prefer it
way,
remain
I get
that
so
way.
stressed and
Never quite forgave you
flustered.
for
Yeah,
conspiring with Philippa Eilhart.
Radovid
no
doesn't
doubt, no
forgive.
doubt you get
Not
stressed.
anything, not anyone.
The good thing is that you like it's like a
Especially not
band-aid.
the
You just
sorceress
rip it
of
off,
the
right?
lodge.
You get it all out of the way, and then the stress is gone. When you have like 3 weeks of exams, the stress like stays with you the whole time, and you feel bad because you're not studying. And sometimes like, at least I procrastinate like most people. So you wait kind of like to the last minute studying, and you feel bad that you're not studying, and it makes it like the anxiety that much worse. So it's kind of, sometimes it's good to get them all out of the way.
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins after me.
Yeah.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues.
Trying to say he's dead.
Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
Loot.
Far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down there with a goddamn trombone.
Nope, I have to wait until July 23rd till summer break. 6 weeks though, which I don't think is long enough. After the year we have I last minute study a lot. I leave it until right before the exam. Need to go for a sec, sort out my school stuff. Okay, I'm actually gonna take off now, so I'll say my goodbyes because I've been streaming for about an hour now, so I'm starting to fade. So after this conversation, I'm probably gonna take off.
You wouldn't happen to have a
It's a pleasure talking to you again, Steph. Good luck on your exams. I really mean that.
Dead serious.
Sounds like you're putting the work in.
Published a
That's
sonnet
the most
recently.
important thing.
Second stanza, the shit uses paired couplets instead of an inserted rhyme. Surely you understand how deeply offended the poetry lover in me was.
He's complaining about his poetry.
Bastard shan't get away with it.
I was being serious.
As am I when I say I have exactly no time to worry about your gigolo boyfriend. Got me own problems. Problems you might be able to help me with.
Oh, now you want to be friendly
And
with
if
me,
you
eh?
did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion, establish what happened to him.
You'll pay me as well, right?
I'll get paid on top of that, right?
Nothing for free, eh? Did you bargain this hard when Emma wanted to hire you?
No idea what you're talking about.
You are the worst liar I have ever known. Glad I don't need you to win a poker game for me. But we've chatted enough. Yeah, I'll pay you. Count on it. So, can I count on you?
Absolutely.
Maybe I can help. What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tripe. Ah, and you do realise, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Excellent. One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to.
I guess we're helping him right now. Secret passageway. Back. Cool, cool. I was just saying I'm probably gonna take off after this conversation, but it looks like I'm in the middle of a quest. My physics book and needed to get it for revision. It's funny you use that term revision. We would call it study. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take off because I'm getting pretty tired. So Steph, I appreciate you checking in. Good luck with your exams, and just best advice I can give you is just study as much as you can. Don't be too stressed, but also don't be too relaxed, because being a little bit stressed will help you to concentrate when you're doing your exams. And I've done a lot of schooling in my day, and one thing I can tell you is if there's something you get stuck on, just skip it and answer the stuff that comes to you fast, and you can always go back and answer the questions that you get stuck on later. And always guess if you don't know, unless it's like unless you get deducted for like extra marks for getting the wrong answer, always guess. It's worth a shot. Just answer everything that you can, and good luck. All right, so this is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. I might not stream tomorrow evening because I usually take a break on Thursday, but who knows? Who knows? I might be around. All right, guys. See ya. See ya, Steph. Good luck.